Now, full time, Arsenal 5, Chelsea 0, right? In my prediction, I thought it was going to be 3-1 or 3-0, but Arsenal's going to have to take it to an extra step that they are really hungry and they know to it that a goal difference might be very crucial in who is going to be the winner of this Premier League trophy of 2023-2024. Welcome to the Rokani Media Football. How are you guys? I know you're watching us from. I go by the names of Rokani David. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Trossard in the 4th minute, an assist coming in through from the man himself known as Declan Rice. Went ahead, obviously kill it off. Then in the 52nd minute, Benjamin White went ahead to obviously score for the club of Arsenal. Then Kai Havertz came in through. He scored for the club of Arsenal in the 57th minute and the 65th minute. Then Benjamin White, a very good lift-up pass by Martin Odegaard, the captain, going towards him, and he instantly went ahead to really place it into the bottom far corner of the goal to make it 5-0. And that's how Arsenal went ahead to score. And they are really cruising from losing to Aston Villa, and they've gone ahead to win 2 in a row. Remember, over the weekend, they went ahead to win against the side of Wolverhampton Wanderers by 2-0, and this time around they're going to beat Chelsea by 5-0. The game was really scary a little bit because the last time they played at home, they had lost to Aston Villa. And maybe, this being a London derby, you anticipated that maybe Chelsea would obviously come in through to put up a fight and really see to it that they obviously prevent them from getting to where they are supposed to be, like going 4 points ahead of Man City. And Arsenal have gone ahead to dominate everything in this game of football, and they've gone ahead to send a message to Chelsea that we are Arsenal and no one is going to stop us from obviously achieving what we want to achieve. So let's see close to 500 likes. Smash on this video. Don't forget to subscribe. How do you subscribe? Lower right bottom corner is the place to be. Smash the black button that has the word subscribe. After smashing that, continue to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. So we are here to obviously break this game down, and today Arsenal have gone ahead to score 104 goals this season. The goal of Trossard came in through in the 4th minute. Arsenal went ahead to score a century of goals this season, 100 goals in all competitions, right? And the other 4 have gone ahead to obviously mark the start up of what we call the startup of what we call another counting of a century of goals. But the season has gone ahead to come to an end almost, because this has been the 34th game that Arsenal have gone ahead to play, meaning they left with 4 games to go, and see to it that all goes on well for the club of Arsenal. Talking for Trossard in particular, this season he's really on fire. 10 goals in the Premier League. That is Trossard for you, and he is still up and running. When he came in through, he had 9. He has gone ahead to score 1. When you add on the 4 he has into the Champions League plus the 1 he scored in the Community Shield, he takes the number to 15. 5 goals to go to obviously clinch 20 goals a season, and I think on the form that he's really having, he's really gonna clinch that number, because remember, he scored in the game of Wolverhampton Wanderers and he scored the opening goal. This is the beauty of really having Trossard. When I tell you that Trossard is playing an important role at the club of Arsenal than Martinelli, people think that I hate Martinelli and I have a personal vendetta over Martinelli. That's not the case. I'm telling you the facts as they come in through. And what are the facts telling us? Trossard is really very important, and in the previous 2 games of Arsenal played into the Premier League, he has gone ahead to score the most important goals of the game, as we've always gone ahead to let you know, though you sometimes find it boring, but it's the fact. The first goal is really important. It came in through, and it took Arsenal more time to obviously score the next 4 goals, but it was really very important to note that Trossard was the engineer of the first goal, and he really looked good into that game of football. And if there is anything that Arsenal has gone ahead to do perfectly, is to find Trossard in good scoring positions. His precision is really very surgical, and he dispatches it off into the near post to give Arsenal a lead. Talking about the other guy that went ahead to score is Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz has become the first ex-Chelsea player to score a brace against them. No player in the world has ever gone ahead to leave Chelsea and scored a brace against them. We've gone ahead to see other players from Chelsea join other teams and score against them. We know that very well. But because even Frank Lampard went ahead to score against Chelsea, but he just scored 1 goal, and very many other players. But I think even one match at Man United scored against Chelsea, but they haven't gone ahead to see a player who has been their ex-player score a brace against them. And this is really very calling. It really puts us into a situation of how Kai Havertz is going to evolve into as a player. This season, Kai Havertz has gone ahead to go into double figures in the Premier League. When you look at Havertz, for you, Kai Havertz so far, he has gone ahead to play 33 games in the Premier League. He has 11 goals and 5 assists. So he's just 4 goal contributions away from really clinching 20 goal competitions. 20 goal contributions in there for you. So that's the beauty. That's the beauty of Kai Havertz into this game of football. And I think if I'm Mikel Arteta, I don't take him off. I don't take him off because I believe he can score a hat-trick. He can easily come in through and score a hat-trick in the Champions League. Kai Havertz has gone here to score 1 goal, and he has really found himself in a better position of really having now 12 goals in the season, plus 5 assists, 17 goal contributions. Acting well like the new number 9 of Arsenal, and this is really gonna create lots of question marks in the head of Mikel Arteta on as to whether they should break the bank to bring a centre forward. Because if you're Mikel Arteta, I think it's better you go all out to strengthen your midfield, and get in players to compete with Bukayo Saka, and so on and so forth, and don't spend money on the striker. Because Kai Havertz has shown us that he has gone ahead to outscore himself ever since he came through to play into the Premier League. Let me read you his stats ever since he came through in the Premier League and how he has gone ahead to performing through at Chelsea. Now, in his first season at Chelsea, 2020, 2021, 27 games, 4 goals, 3 assists. 2021, 2022, 29 games, 8 goals and 3 assists. 2022, 2023, 7 goals and 1 assist in 35 games. So, all what is a common factor in all of this that I'm reading to you is the player had never gone ahead to score a double figures into the Premier League. And how was it going to happen? It has going to happen when he's playing in at Arsenal. He has going to score 11 goals. And he still has 4 games to go. In those 4 games, you never know, he might even make it 15. Because today, he has going to get himself a brace. And they're going to be playing in one of the most important games of the season, when they're playing against Tottenham Hotspur in what we call a North London derby. So for Kai Havertz, he's continuing to really score goals, and Gabriel Jesus started the previous game, and this game, the manager has gone known to start him. The manager has not gone to start him. He came off the bench. Kai Havertz had gone ahead to do the job. So I don't know how he's really going to come up and really tangle it up when he's playing against the side of Tottenham Hotspur, but all indicators show that Kai Havertz is really going to get himself a chance to start into that game, because he has proven to us that he's really undroppable and is doing things that players that are not supposed to be droppable do. Very good player, and I remind all Arsenal fans that we are really criticizing this player. I told you he's a quality player. I think you're going to hate to see his quality for that. Was it 3rd or 4th goal? One of the goals he scored. I just liked how Odegaard went out to look out for him, and it shows you the quality of Odegaard. And if I told you a United fan who really watches in this channel, I've always told you that Odegaard is the best number 10 in the league, and you've gone ahead to see to it that he really puts in what we call line-breaking passes, and that shows you how much Man United misses out on such a player to really release the number 9. And the difference of Bruno Fernandes and Odegaard is Odegaard can never fail to really create a chance for his number 9. For Bruno Fernandes, for the games we're going to play with the Rasmus Højlund throughout this season, he has only found him out in the 18 box area thrice. Odegaard today has seen out players in the 18 box area very many times. So for me, I think it's really a huge boost for the club of Arsenal, and it's really going to host an ocean of questions into the face of Mikel Arteta and the recruitment team of Arsenal, headed by the sporting director, that is Edu, on who is supposed to be the next big guy. The other person, talk about Benjamin White. He came into this game of football and is having only, I think, is it 2 goals? But he has gone ahead to add more to today, and I think he has gone ahead to equal what his season was like last season. Because last season, when you look at Benjamin White, he scored 2 goals and 5 assists. Now, he so far has 4 and 4 assists. For a right back, that is really very good for him. And he has gone ahead to find himself in a position of scoring those positions. If I told you a right back and scoring those positions, you are sending a message that, all right, why are you thinking about Frimpong when I'm here scoring goals? So he's really enjoying this game of football and he's really doing better and better and better. And congratulations to the lad. But I think most of you have gone ahead to enjoy that midfield of Thomas Partey and Declan Rice. I was going ahead to give Declan Rice a lot of allowance for creating the first goal. Then he had another 2 shots before half time. And in the second half, he was released by Martin Odegaard and went ahead to hit at the near post, but the goalkeeper Petrovic of Chelsea went ahead to obviously defend that ball very well. So you now know exactly how things are really panning out for the side of Arsenal. And the main man to talk about is Martin Odegaard. Martin Odegaard has gone ahead to create 8 big chances in this game, though only I think 2 or 3 went ahead to cross the line. But he is that man who obviously gives you the best that you deserve as a person. And I tell you, he is really the best. I tell you, right now, there is no number 10 that comes close to him. Kevin De Bruyne is not really giving results. You know, he's on and off. But this guy is really going places. And I tell you, nothing is really going to stop him from obviously clinching the positions he deserves to be in as a player. So for Martin Odegaard, I just enjoyed him. His way of play, leading by example, coming in through to the needful, it has been really important for the club of Arsenal. And overall, Arsenal is going to have to keep 21 clean sheets throughout this season. 15? Is it 15? I think in the Premier League, they're having like 15 or 16. And the others are going to have to come through in the game they played in the Carabao Cup, winning Brentford by 1-0. Kept a clean sheet against Porto, kept a clean sheet against Sevilla, kept a clean sheet against PSV, kept a clean sheet against RC Lens. Those are the other 5, meaning that in the Premier League, they've gone ahead to keep 16 clean sheets. But out of those 16, I think 14 of those, or 15 of those, have gone ahead to go to David Raya. And he's the most clean-sheeted goalkeeper in the Premier League, taking the Golden Boot. The Golden Glove. I told you he only needs to keep 2 clean sheets more. If he keeps 2 more clean sheets, the others are done and dusted, because we are left with like 5-6 games, and I don't see them really doing that need to obviously level him. And I think 1 more clean sheet, he's confirmed as the goalkeeper that would have gone ahead to obviously take it. And congratulations to David Raya, because you are coming into a team that has been struggling for a very long time, and you've gone ahead to obviously get a Golden Glove. And when did an Arsenal goalkeeper win a Golden Glove? I cannot even recall. But Aaron Ramsdale was close to clinching it last season. You all know that very well. But David De Gea went ahead to clip 3 more clean sheets than him. I think 2 more. He had 17 and this guy had 15, meaning that he's soon really winning it at the same number of clean sheets that Aaron Ramsdale went ahead to make last season. A lot of things to talk about in this game of football, but allow me to take you into the stats of the beautiful game of football that will take place at Emirates as Arsenal goes to extend their lead to 4 points ahead of Man City. Now, 27 shots on target. In the first half, they had 13. In the second half, they had 14. They had 27 shots at goal. First half, 13. Second half, 14. Then, 7 shots by Chelsea. 10 shots on target by Arsenal, of which 5 of those went into the back of the net. And 1 shot on target by Chelsea. So how poorly Chelsea looked. And I know they went ahead to miss out on Carl Palmer. One of the factors that I'm going to come out and really close it out on as I sign out. 44% ball possession by Arsenal. 56% ball possession by Chelsea. 400 495 passes completed by Arsenal, then 61%, 619 passes completed by Chelsea, 88% passing accuracy. Then they had the same passing accuracy. 12 fouls by Arsenal, 11 fouls by Chelsea, 2 yellow cards to each side, 0 red cards to both sides, 3 offsides to Arsenal, 0 offsides to Chelsea, 4 corners to Arsenal and 2 corners to Chelsea. And now let's go into the mix. Let's go into the mix. Arsenal, 34 games played, 77 points. They're really having a goal difference of 56. Liverpool is second, played a game less. They're having 43. They're having 74 points, and they're having 43 as the goal difference. Man City, 32 games played. Arsenal's going to play 2 more games than Man City, 73 points. Meaning that if at all Man City can win their next 2 games, they will be 2 points ahead of Arsenal. So that is what is really happening down there. So that is how the table is really looking, and it really leaves you asking yourself who is really gonna do the needful, because Liverpool, which team is Liverpool playing tomorrow? Liverpool tomorrow is playing Everton, Merseyside derby. You get? So you never know what will happen. And Brighton is going to be hosting the side of Man City over on Thursday night. And that is really going to be one of the hugest points to obviously look at. But Arsenal are going to have to do their job far much better than how they did last season. Last season, Arsenal had those games to go, had 9 games to go, and out of the 9, Arsenal went ahead to lose 6, and I think they won like 3. So this time around, they're going to obviously do the needful and really do the needful and got themselves there. Now let's go to Opta Joe. Arsenal have had 13 shots at goal in the first half and 14 in the second half. Against Chelsea, 27 in total indeed. These are now their 2 highest shot totals in a half of football against them on a record in the Premier League since 2003-2004. That was when they were the Invisibles. Now, Arsenal have recorded their biggest victory against Chelsea across all competitions, 5-0, while this was the Blues' heaviest defeat in the London derby since losing 6-0 to QPR Queen Park Rangers in March 1986. And Arsenal went ahead, obviously, do the humiliation. Then Martin Odegaard created 8 chances from open play against Chelsea, the most an Arsenal player in a Premier League game since Mesut Ozil versus Everton in October 2017, when he had 8 in there for you. So those are the stats that are going to be put in by the side of Opta Joe. I think you guys are really having the best. But for the Chelsea side, I think they ended their season at Wembley on Saturday, having gone ahead, obviously, find themselves in a position of really losing, yet they deserve to win. I think it was like, we can't do any better. We can't do any better. And Arsenal went ahead to find a team whose mentality was really poor. And apart from their mentality, their best player, Carl Palmer, was out because spaces were there. And you anticipated that if at all they were doing the needful, it would have gone ahead to really help them and really get into the winning ways. Not so? So, I think the best team went ahead to take the game. Chelsea had some 2-3 threatening shots, but they couldn't obviously even reach David Raya. So, Mikhailo Modric, not all that giving. Madueke, Raheem Sterling came on but couldn't do the needful. Disasi and Badia Shield central defense has gone ahead to swallow 5. And you anticipate that it was supposed to be the yod of the day. Not so? So your reactions to Arsenal 5, Chelsea 0 are welcome in the comment section below, as Arsenal is really winning and they are left with 4 games. One is asking me, which 4 games are Arsenal left with? Tottenham Hotspur, Bournemouth, Man United and Everton. And I think they can mitigate wins. And if at all they really get a win away at Tottenham Hotspur on Sunday, I think nothing is really going to stop them from obviously continuing to really pile pressure onto Man City. Now it's over to Man City and Liverpool to obviously play, as Arsenal has gone ahead to pile more pressure onto them. May the living to God bless you abundantly. I'm done with the match reaction. I'm going to return with Arteta's reaction to Arsenal 5, Chelsea 0. What a way to go to bed as an Arsenal fan after winning a London derby with a very, very, very huge margin. And guess what? Arsenal have gone ahead to go gung-ho on Chelsea. I'm out.